Oh, gotta make a video. Oh, let's go. Come on. You guys, I almost forgot to make the video. Oh gosh, running down to the shop. You can't see anything because it's dark out. There's a wolf in front of me. Thankfully, it's not chasing me. Oh, let's go. Gotta make the video. You guys will start yelling at me. Oh, let's go. Okay. Let's get in here. Whew. I don't run much. Wore me out. Okay. Whew. Almost forgot to make the video. Let's start. You guys didn't warn me. You knew I was going to have trouble getting videos out. You knew it, but you didn't say anything. So I had to run down here, make this video real quick. I was working on it a little bit. I'm going to get the turbo feed. I think I'm going to modify this and kind of squeeze the end to create a restriction and then route it into one of the cylinders. Obviously we don't have pistons in it. I need to put an IPR in. I need to bolt the high pressure pump down. I need to put oil in it. I need to put the oil filter housing on with an oil filter. And I think we'll be okay. I'll have to wedge this a little bit for the time being. Just in the meantime before I make my actual eyelet. So I'm going to use 2 of these. One, that way I can get that motor straight, keep the belt straight and everything. I need to actually move this out now that I'm looking at it. If you look, that looks a little crooked, but move it out a little bit. But my goal in this video is to just get oil pressure. That's all I'm shooting for right now, is to spin the engine over with the electric motor and to create oil pressure. Once we know that, we know we have oil pressure, then we'll work on building the high pressure line over to the head. We'll bring the head up, that way I can get graduated cylinders. We'll make some kind of holder for the cylinder head. Maybe something that I can take a lever or something and lift it, pull the graduated cylinders out, empty them, clean them, whatever, put them back in and bring down, and that way it seals properly and we don't get any fuel sloshing out from the injector spraying. Also, I need to make drains for the injectors. They're going to obviously, just like if the engine is running, they're going to relieve pressure. The oil that they've used, they spit out a hole at the top of the injector, and then that's going to run down. So I need a little system. I'll probably make something, since the cylinder head will be quite a bit higher, I'll make a drain system that goes back into the engine. That way we have that. I also need to do a regulated return. So I have this electric pump, just a regular 6.0 pump that can create obviously enough pressure. I mean, down the road, if we're doing bigger injectors, maybe I'll get an air dog or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But for now, today, in this video, I just want to get oil pressure. Just to get this thing running. Okay, first thing is the turbo feed. Okay, I'll show you in a second what I figure out. Okay, I got the oil feed kind of figured out. It's super simple. I don't want to get too complicated just for the first version of this. That way I don't have a ton of time wrapped up in something and it doesn't work. Just try to create it simple, fast. That way I can test stuff, test the version of it. If I'm making good oil pressure, if it's working and it's not going to blow apart and make a huge mess, great. It'll work for the time being, and we can work on it later to fine tune and make things better. So right now it is the oil feed. You can see I smashed that down, and that may be too much of a restriction. It may be not enough, but at this time I think that's good. It's not going to just be pushing however much. I think these run at, actually I can't even remember what they run at, but anyway, we won't be pushing all the oil from that straight back into the oil pan. It'll create some kind of restriction and it'll push the oil. We won't have a leak there, and we won't be deadheading to create a higher pressure. So basically all I'm going to do is put this hose on it right here, and I'm going to run it into that cylinder right there. The plan is to get some plexiglass and cover that up. That way I don't get any oil slinging up when the engine's spinning over. But let me put this on and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I got the oil feed for the turbo done. You can see here it's just bolted down. Goes here. Remember, I had it squeezed here to create a restriction, and it just runs straight into that cylinder there. And we actually, I'm going to kind of put it right there on that. Lay it right there. I was about to put it there and it was going to get stuck on the crank. Actually, we'll do that one. That one should be good. Put it right there on that oil jet. That'll be good. Okay, that might push it off. Well, there we are. There we are. That way that hose doesn't get in the way of the crankshaft. Next, let's put on the oil filter housing. And I got one right here. I plan to cut this oil bowl off. That way it's, or oil bowl, fuel bowl. Let's put it on. I think my turbo feed's in the way. Okay, that's on. I'll bolt that down. I've got a Ford oil filter. That'll go on. Run that down. Need to bolt the high pressure pump down and IPR. Okay, I'll get back here in a second and show you guys where I'm at. Okay, I've got the oil filter housing bolted down. As you can see here, I've got new oil filter in. I bolted down my high pressure pump. I've got an IPR that it was used. I cannot remember if it had an issue and I just wanted to keep it for testing. I can't remember what years it goes for. So we're going to use it for the time being, basically just to plug the hole. Because right now we're not going to be able to regulate. It feels like it's going in awfully hard, but anyway. I got the wrench here, or socket, we'll use. And I need to go find it. Okay. Okay, do that. And for testing, I'll probably want this up. Oh, you guys can't see. Anyway, okay, I just tightened it, and now I'm turning the connector up. That's one way if you guys ever get in a replacing an IPR and the new IPR goes in a different location than like what the connector is used to, because you obviously don't want it real close to the Y pipes. Just use the socket and move it around. Sometimes you can move them by hand. Let's see. Yeah, see, I can move this one by hand, but you can do that. I'll probably want the wiring up. I'll probably mount the wiring up on the wall and run leads over. That way I don't have wiring running down here. If something fails and breaks, it doesn't catch the wiring or whatever, or oil doesn't soak the wiring. Okay. So we've got everything plugged. The only thing that I'm really concerned on spraying oil is the lifters. I've already got and I've shown you guys 100 times, I've already got the oil squirters. You can see, where's my finger? You can see right there. I welded the end of those a long time ago. Oil filter, feed, crank sensors in, that way we're not splattering oil there. Cam sensor. I have a feeling we're going to see oil squirt out here. This eventually, I'm going to take this back up and spin this over and weld on a fitting for the line. Okay, I want to wedge this up with something real quick. Let me go find something to wedge that up, and then I'll bring an electric cord or an extension over to plug into this. I'll put oil in it and we'll see. And then we'll stand back and plug it in and see what happens. Okay, be right back. I have oil ready to go in. I got 15 quarts of Motorcraft 15W40, because obviously that's what these engines were designed to run on, and that's what we want to use. Down the road, I'd love to do tests on other kinds of oil. I'd love to do tests on other kind of oil filters whenever we can actually monitor our oil pressure. I'd love to get a gauge on the base oil pressure, that way we know what's going on there and we can learn all kinds of stuff. I think I need to actually tighten that set screw now that I think about it. But I'm going to pour this oil in, and these are always fun. Let's find something to puncture it with. While I'm doing this, this is going to take a second. You guys leave me comments letting me know what you think is going to happen. You think it's going to be an epic fail? I think it's going to... I'm actually going to make oil pressure, and hopefully I make oil pressure and I can actually see it coming out that turbo feed or out the high pressure pump. Hopefully I can get close to this thing. So, okay, I accidentally hit the stop button for recording. Let's see if I can do this without spilling. Easy way to fill it with oil. Hopefully the drain plug's tight. I guess we'll find out. See any oil coming out? You guys leaving me comments, letting me know what's going to happen, or what you think's going to happen anyway. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't spin it way too fast. Wouldn't that suck? This thing just flips over. Who knows? Well, we'll know shortly. There's 5 quarts. I think I already opened this one getting ready. Drain plug must be tight. No oil on the ground. Okay, we've got 15 quarts of oil in it. Put these back on so we don't knock them over and get a dang old Valdez. Dang old. Okay. Oh, I need to tighten that set screw, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. Ready? Shaking more than I thought. I don't think we have oil pressure. What's going on? Whew. Smell that electric. Do we have oil coming out? I don't know. We should have. My pickup tubes in there, right? Well, my base, yeah, my base plate's upper oil pan's in there. This one, almost positive I put. Let's see. Let's get a flashlight. Okay, that thing shook actually more than I thought it would, but then again, I'm not really surprised. Okay, give some light here. We got oil down there. You can see the oil down the bottom. See a little. Dang, I didn't realize that's how far the oil came up. Comes up right to the bed plate, or not the bed plate, but that upper oil pan. See it down there? That kind of. You can see the bubbles on the top. Okay. I don't know. I think we might have been getting oil pressure. We've got a brand new oil pump in there. What am I? Maybe the turbo is one of the last things to be oiled. I don't know. I mean, maybe there was oil coming out of it. Let's open up our oil filter and see what. And again, it is cold oil, so no oil. Okay, let's do this. So, if you want to test for base oil, so if you have an engine that you suspect it's not making enough base oil pressure, when somebody's cranking the engine, not disable the engine, just crank it, don't let it run, you push this little valve down there. See that little valve? You push that, and what that does is it shuts a valve and lets this oil filter housing fill up with oil. So let's do this again. Something's happening. Shut her down. Why are we not making oil pressure? Oh, no, that's in. Our oil pressure regulator's in there. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to try to troubleshoot why we're not getting oil pressure. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's something simple. Hopefully, normally these things, you just crank on them for a little bit, they'll build oil pressure real quick. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Okay, what I did is I pulled the front crank pulley off, pulled the oil pump housing cover off, and this engine originally failed because a lifter kicked a needle bearing, and then the needle bearing got sucked up into the oil pump, and then you can see the gouging. And I was thinking, you know, for just running, you can see it right there too, how deep it is. And I was thinking that for a test engine, basically all it's doing is making oil pressure, and it's fine. If I put a new oil pump gear set in it, it'll work fine. I don't know. I don't have experience. You know, I've never tried this on a real engine because I don't want to. I don't want to take the chance on somebody. They need the truck to run, spend the money, you know, and everything. They don't need to take a chance on if something's going to work. So, let me get this. You can see here, spin this around. You can see this oil pump is new. I bought brand new oil pump gears. Okay. And this is another oil pump cover from another front cover. You can see how smooth it is. no gouging in those two. But then you look at this one, some deep gouges, and the front cover is that way too, like in these areas. Let me see if I can get a flashlight. I don't know where I put my flashlight. Yeah, you can see a little bit there. Not as much down there, but I have a feeling that is what part of our problem is. I know I put a pickup tube on it because the pickup tube is a part of the windage tray / upper oil pan. I'm almost positive I did that. I wonder if the crank seal, that would ride enough on that one. Let's see about this one. That one's kind of loose, so if I put that one on, I definitely need a wear ring on that one, because it's just going to push oil. Well, will it? May not push oil, but it'll seep out somehow. So that sucks it through here and pumps it through here. I may have to put another front cover on it. Anyway, we saw it spin over this time around. We're getting closer. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to keep working on this. I'll bring you guys along. I'll keep going, recording what I'm doing, and hopefully I figure out why I'm not making base oil pressure. Hopefully it's something similar to like you guys might run into with an actual truck. My luck, it's something I forgot, that going back together you wouldn't forget a gasket normally, because you'd be going, you know, little by little. I probably threw something together just to move this engine, and then whenever I was assembling it, I completely forgot about it. But that's how it goes. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas of what it maybe could be, any ideas to maybe make something better on here. Maybe you have a good idea on how to figure out how much oil the turbo uses, you know, what kind of restriction it runs. Maybe a good idea to cover up here other than just plexiglass. Maybe some ideas on what to set this cylinder head on, and something I can just lift up, you know, something that maybe is pre-made that I can buy cheaply and don't spend a lot of time making it, where it just lifts up and then I can swap the beakers out. Or maybe a good idea for creating drains for the head where the injectors drain to go back. Shoot me some messages, send me some emails. I'll have my email in the description. And again, if you guys need any parts for any diesels or anything, I have a distributor I'm hooked up with. I'm also a dealer for SCT and Turbo Time USA. So if you have any questions about that or anything, shoot me an email, a comment, and I'll try to help out the best that I can, or get you the parts you need. I will see you next time, and hopefully next time we have oil pressure. That way we can move on. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.